Good morning. My name is Enros Innocentia Adam. I will be presenting about the Smart City Surveillance and Data Management System for the subject Information System Ethics and Law. My subject code is DLW2010 and my partner for this final project is Fazila Nasrin binti Abdul Samad. Our table of contents for this presentation is firstly the introduction, smart city context, system architecture review, ethical analysis, ethical safeguards, legal compliance, comparative analysis, recommendations, and conclusions. So the introduction, what is the purpose of the design of architecture? In this report is to design a secure, ethical, and legally compliant system architecture for smart city data. And why is it important? This is to ensure urban safety, efficiency in the city, and to create community trust. The benefits include crime reduction, better traffic flow, and better citizen services such as emergency services. And smart cities technologies are becoming very important. For example, cameras can reduce theft, traffic sensors can ease congestion, while mobile apps can keep citizens informed of the current news and current incidents in the city. As for the smart city context, we look at two different nations in this report, which include Singapore and Malaysia. In Malaysia, we were introduced by Smart Selangor, Kuching Smart Tram, and Johor Penang pilots. As for in Singapore, they were introduced by Smart Nation since 2014. And Malaysia are actively pursuing smart city vision to enhance our livability, productivity, and public safety across the nation. It is still emerging and it is still developing. In Singapore, the examples include public surveillance via lampposts as a platform, sensors, and a robust national digital identity system. They also created a legal safeguards under its Public Sector Act to control data sharing and to prevent the misuse. The system has matured and advanced over the years. This is the system architecture that we have designed. First layer, which is the yellow color, it shows multiple input sources for data, which includes CCTV, traffic sensors, Wi-Fi access points, and citizen application. These data are collected, then enters through the edge processing and gateway layer, where then goes through the API gateway controls to secure data transfer into a storage zone. There are three main storage zones, which includes raw data zone, pseudonymized data zone, and analytics warehouse. And the safeguards for each of these layers are encrypted in encryption in transit, which is TLS and MTLS. And before it is sent out to public, all of the data are aggregated and anonymized before being shared. For the lot surveillance architecture, so the total steps that the architecture go through is 6. First step includes the data collection, which is the CCTV cameras. The raw video enters the system and it blurs out faces, car plates, detect events, and tokenizes ID. The step 3, it validates, secures, and streams processed data in the API gateway. In the API gateway, it sends out data into the three main zone, which is raw data zone, pseudonymized, and analytics warehouse. In the raw data zone, the raw footage are kept briefly and only for that specific incident, while in the pseudonymized data, They are used for analysis without exposing the identities of the person involved in the video. And as for the analytics warehouse, it creates reports and alerts as well as trends for the government officials. And for statistics, the anonymized and aggregated created statistics are then used for city planning and for the citizens. As for ethical analysis, of course, there are so many benefits that comes with the smart city surveillance architecture, which includes safer streets. We create safer streets, smoother transit, traffic, and real-time services. But it comes with ethical risks such as privacy invasion, consent issues, bias, and misuse of data. And why does this matter? Because technology affects the rights and freedoms of the people, and system design choices have real consequences towards people's life. But the goal here is to embed ethical safeguards by protecting privacy, creating fairness, and ensuring accountability for the people that are involved in doing for their wrongdoings, and also to build public trust. Privacy and mass surveillance. The risk is camera senses and Wi-Fi collects personal data without awareness of the society. The ethical concern here is the chilling effect. People may behave differently if they know that they are being watched. And the ACM code involved in this issue is respect of privacy. ACM is the Association for Computing Machinery. It is code of ethics that is widely used as a standard for ethical guidance in technology, computer science, and IT related fields. The solution here is to ensure face and license blurring in the footage taken, and short data retention, and also only role-based access to the recorded footage. As for consent and transparency, the challenge involved is it is hard to get consent, especially in public spaces. The ACM Code of Ethics involved is the honesty and fairness. And the solution is there should be clear signage, online notices, and transparency in reports before footage or surveillance have started. The impact is it increases trust in a society even without having full consent by the society or the community involved. The second one is risk of data misuse and unauthorized access. The risk is unauthorized use for stalking, discrimination, and blackmail from all of the data collected. The ACM Code of Ethics involved is to avoid harm. And as a safeguard, multi-factor authentication, encryption, audit logs, and SIEM alerts are integrated into the architectural design. The impact here is accountability and reduced misuse risks. As for bias and discrimination in analytics, the risk is that AI or algorithms may unfairly target certain groups. The ACM code involved is the fairness and avoiding discrimination. And as a safeguard, AI should be tested with diverse data sets, fairness in audit, and also include human oversight before releasing reports or trends for officials in the government. The impact here is this could prevent biased outcomes and ensure equal treatment in the society. The next issue is balance between safety and freedom. The dilemma here is citizens want safety, but they also want freedom. And the ACM code of ethics involved is utilitarianism, which is maximizing benefits and also while minimizing harm. As a safeguard, there should be data minimization, retention limits, and independent oversight. And the impact of this is it protects freedoms while also ensuring security. The ethical framework used in this architectural design is the ACM Code of Ethics, which includes three: respect privacy, avoid harm, ensure fairness and transparency, utilitarianism, which maximize benefits and minimize harm.
Ethical safeguards. Data minimization collects only what is strictly necessary. Retention limit delete or anonymize data after a fixed period. Transparency. Clear signage, public notices, and regular reports. Oversight is independent ethics board, periodic audits, citizen involvement, and beyond compliance builds trust, fairness, and accountability, not just legal obligation. Legal compliance, GDPR principles, core rules like fairness, transparency, and data minimization make sure data is collected and used responsibly. Data subject rights. Citizens have rights to access, correct, delete, or object to how their data is used. Cross-border transfers. When using international cloud services, safeguards like encryption and legal contracts protect data. Malaysian PDPA 2010 local law that emphasizes consent, limit disclosure, secure handling, and proper retention of data. 2025 amendments. New rules require reporting data breakable, appointing a data protection officer, and stricter transfer controls. Comparative analysis. Singapore Smart Nation, Barcelona, South Korea. Singapore is strong technology integration and cyber security, but criticized for surveillance risk. Barcelona focuses on citizen data ownership and transparency, but progress is slower and less scalable. South Korea uses AI IoT effectively for traffic and disaster management, but relies heavily on private vendors. Lessons. Our design mixes Singapore's strength, Barcelona's transparency, and South Korea's efficiency while reducing risk. Recommendation Recommendation is technical safeguards, governance mechanism, and justification. Technical safeguards, encryption, differential privacy, zero trust security, and regular audits protects against cyber threats. Governance mechanism, risk assessment, transparency reports, and independent oversight ensure accountability. Justification ethically protects fairness and privacy, legally complies with GDPR and PDPA, and practically builds citizen trust. Conclusion. Balance innovation and privacy. Smart cities must be advanced but also respect citizens' rights. Security first. Strong encryption, anonymization, and access control safeguard sensitive data. Legal compliance. GDPR and PDPA framework ensure operations are lawful. Citizen focus. Design avoids mass surveillance and empower residents. Trust, transparency, and oversight are key to public confidence. Thank you.